What was that? Art. Writing, painting, music, poetry, rhymes, sculpture, dancing, movies, TV, theater. What about night springs? Puppets, martial arts, not art. Baking, knitting, speaking, rock, stacking, deals. What about cooking? Sewing, confetti, graffiti. Oh, so if he was there, who was in this cell? No one. There's no one here. Acquisition team is hereby approved to acquire additional research subjects for ongoing study related to Project Arduous at the Lake House facility. Priority outcomes as ordered below. Both subjects brought to the Lake House for study. Her work is more commercially successful, thus more likely to resolve based on proven cases. Less successful than him. But theater is widely recognized as art than true crime novels. Observe the subjects at a distance. Only move to acquire if it arises. In this operation, draw the attention of local law enforcement. Wow, that's what they were going to try to do. People were asking what the disappearance of both of them. We know. Well, we knew Edward. I think Edward died in the woods. I had taken. But Tamitha, she disappeared suddenly. And now we know why. What's this? Continue the story from page ID. The crash wasn't an emotional one, a line right through their marriage, their foundation, their lake house. These thoughts and more flooded Jules' mind as he stared out through the lakeside cottage window. The sun was setting on a stormy day. Rain-heavy clouds hung low, weighed down with the burden of purpose. Diana sat in her favorite desk chair, staring out across the lake's rippling surface. She watched the breeze catch her acorn hair. Sensing ways, she turned her head. Jules looked away, flustered, then annoyed with himself for letting her affect him this way. He grabbed the bottle of red wine, poured himself a generous server, and he kept pouring, his mind distracted by the thought, how did we get here? They had been at the lab, running an experiment. Then they were here. Why? He remembered thinking that a break from the lab would give them space to reconnect, to mend the cracks. But he couldn't remember even ever leaving. Wine was flowing over the rim of his cup. He didn't even notice. He put down the bottle, scanning the lake. A faint shimmer hung in the air on the far side of the lake, like light hitting glass. The sort of thing you only notice if you were looking for it. He felt like he had seen something like this, but where? Jules! Rang Snapper, staring up at the sky in panic. A deep shadow crept across the deck. Jules ran to the door to his wife. So, and then at that moment, he tried to protect her, tried to get to her. Guess he still did love her, and he eventually become a ticket. Initial review. The first piece of content, Booker's writing. The first piece of content produced by the subject is severely disappointing. It is not remotely similar in content to the wiki pages we provide as referenced. Why is it so focused on my marriage? Why is Jules the protagonist? Actually, he's the antagonist. Why is it set in an actual lakeside cabin? And what is happening at the end? What the hell is in the sky? Did anyone brief Brooker about the concepts he has to write about? The lake house, the shadow? We need him. Oh, this is Brooker. This is Ed. We need him to match Wake's style exactly. It's not going to work if he has no clue what's he's writing about. We need to get this sorted. We need progress now. And why isn't he taking this serious? When I spoke to him, he thought I was an actor. I want him to understand how serious we are, whatever it takes. So they took Ed and brought him here. 4, 5, 6 passwords right there. To your left. Oh wow, there's a lot here. Oh, the usual security, sensitivity, Pi Day. Holy shit! Jules just sent out a memo asking us to spy on his wife's project. Remember when we just made fun of his stupid project names in science factories? Simpler times. He really did that? Diana's gonna slit his throat if she finds out. Haha, those two are such a hot mess. I got drinks with Perry last night. He told me Jules is withholding Wake's pages from Diana's team. He told her they went missing. Crazy shit. Paula mentioned you two were thinking about asking for a transfer. You'd really leave me here all alone? We can have We can have weekly gossip calls, promise. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Finally, someone who isn't a painting.
Oh my god, he's right there. He's here.
Hey, hello. Who are you?
Sorry, got a flow going. Can we do this later?
No, we cannot. I'm Agent Kieran Estevez. I'm with the government and I need your name.
I'm Ed Brooker, the playwright. And I'm hitting my stride here. So can you guys stop with all that banging and screaming? It's throwing me off.
Where do you think you are?
Where do you think you are right now?
Where do you think you are?
In an immersive writing workshop.
Well, bad news. It's not a writing
There's
workshop.
Flash. It's not.
Good news. It's not a writing workshop.
Right. It's a government facility studying the power of creativity. That makes way more sense.
You can't be.
Look around you. How is this a workshop?
How is this a workshop?
You have to stay in character. I get that. I'm in the theater business too. And look, the sets, the costumes, all great in that, you know, campy 70s.
Oh my god, He's literally standing in the middle of a government conspiracy and he thinks it's theater. What are you doing?
What are you even doing? What are you writing?
Well, after you all abducted me in the woods, I've been working on this manuscript you gave me because you need it for some experiment or something. I kind of forget the premise. But, you know, I've had this block lately, and filling in the gaps of this story has really loosened me up. Copying the style is a nice constraint, but I still have lots of room to play. It's a solid creative exercise.
Sir, whether you are aware of it or not, there is a situation here. I need you to stay in your cell until I can resolve the matter, okay?
Uh-huh, got it. Hey, no one's been around with food for a while. I could go for some dinner when you have a second.
Right.
And can I get my phone back? I want to call my wife. I don't know how Tammy found you guys, but she killed it. 5 stars all around.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Are we seriously gonna find his phone?
Shadow monsters represent capitalism, which means the flashlight is the power of the artist. Sheer creativity tearing through the shadowy cloak of corporate cookie-cutter bullshit. Kill a metaphor.
Not really. But hey, we can run with that, surely. So I had the painter over here. Why is he locked in a room?
The style's a little clipped. How'd you work with that? Short, to the point, visceral metaphors, dark imagery.
What what they do all day here? Is just look through this window and watch them? Like, is it? Is this the content? Is this...
Government is spreading darkness, trying to control the uncontrollable. It speaks to climate change, oppression,
Oh god, no,
disenfranchisement of
stop.
immigrant minority populations.
It's none of those things I want everybody to know.
Sci-fi rapper. Love it.
It is not that at all. But it's none of that. So am I really looking for his flashlight, or are we just gonna move down to here? 3. Shifting phenomena. Alright. Now that we've found everything, we can move on. Oh, okay. So, in the end, he went into the woods and they took him here. I wonder why the Taken hasn't, like, dealt with him. Is it just... We're gonna need this because, you know...
Sublevel 3.
Take this.
There was a crack in the lake house. The marmots had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped.
Initial
stagnant,
findings, yeah.
went bad. The truth was controlled here. Art was not art.
Yeah, exactly. The water. What you're creating is not art. It's just disgusting.
On itself.
It's filth.
Compressing, compounding, refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and tangled.
Oh, there's something else here.
Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed, the feedback.
Can we use 3 to get into 2? Okay. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Another page.
Water dripped from the ceiling as Diana stared at the folders stacked on her workstation. Each one was a branch of research. Drip. Some were thin, some thick. They represented years of her life, her work, dissecting the act of creation and examining the bloody pieces. Bringing in live subjects had been her idea. Drip. Bureau leadership denied their request. But after HQ went into lockdown, she took advantage of the chaos and got her artists. Jules had whined about the optics. Diana ignored him. Now in her office below the waterline of Cauldron Lake, she considered how to proceed. Jules was convinced the page they had found would come true. It promised disaster. A situation out of control. Impossible. Diana was always in control. Drip. Drip. She needed answers. She needed to quantify, to define, to control.
No. You were never in control to begin with. That's the problem. See, people who say that they need to be in control and always are in control are never in control. They have the least amount of control over anything. Because people who say they're in control, no, they never are. It always goes out of control for them. They always lose control. Even when they're warned that you're gonna lose control.
Jules' team has found new pages written by Wake.
Nope.
He must have gotten Rudolph Lane painting again. His bullshit pedestrian methodology cannot produce results before mine. I have to go faster, no matter the cost.
It rigged them.
We're still behind our projections. The more the machines can produce, the closer we can calibrate them to Wake's style. But proper calibration takes a lot of raw material, and production is slow. No. We're changing directions. The hypothesis remains unchanged. Imitating Wake's writing style will allow us to generate art capable of linking with the threshold. Our live subject should match Wake's style much faster. People can be calibrated just like a machine. You simply have to push the right buttons.
Thankfully, Booker has not been affected to use art with the power. The shadow must first define art. Does the critic define what is art? Where do they find critics? Kidnap lore? Lore and critics? Or the audience? Are we the audience? Must we like the art? What is the role of an artist? Who is an artist? If you believe you are an artist, are you one? Do you need to be good? Does quality matter? Define an artist. A drug-using bum? Often wears a turtleneck and drinks red wine? Left-wing political views? Danger if left-wing politics made real by the shadow. Any right-wing artist? Not for abstract art. Or poems. I don't think the Dark Place cares for politics. The Dark Place wants art that is destructive. It will make you, as long as you can write, as long as you can write something dark, I think that's the requirement. That's about it. It needs darkness. It says there's something here, but I don't see anything. I think we got everything now. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So where's the... So... Yeah. And he said it's just wrong. And they don't even care. It's the worst part. They didn't care. Hey, if HQ was on... If HQ was on, Alright, so that's a bad thing. Yeah. What? try that again. It's not. Okay. I guess I can't. Four. Listen.
Please hold. Please
This is not level
hold.
4.
Please hold. Please hold.
I feel great. What do you know
The
about?
Marmonts were holding a painter here. Rudolph Lane. Does that ring a bell?
I think you
I
are.
think you are, or were, Rudolph Lane.
Himself! A self-portrait! Make them see!
Look, I might be able to help you. But I need information, cooperation.
No brush! Just himself!
Huh? Who?
Rudolph Lane was dying. Both murderer and victim. Red hues ran down his hands. Was it scarlet or cadmium? Too vivid to be maroon. Names don't matter, he decided. Color was pure. Inspiring. For the first time in years, he wanted to paint. A self-portrait. To say goodbye. No. To make them remember. To make them see what they did. He slapped his hands against the wall to steady himself. He began from there. No brush, just himself. The strokes were crude, violent. The pain, misery, and hate he'd endured there. The fire in his eyes and hands and bones all spread into the shape of a man. It was quick. Natural. Like a heart attack. He slumped down to the floor, smiling at the anger he left smeared across the wall.
Yep. He made a painting out of his own body, blood, everything, bones and such. The painter became the painting. Okay, can we go to 4 now? Good.
Sublevel 4.
It's a little clean here. Don't like it. Is there a... They don't even... If you notice... One of these two sides have to have one. I need health. Quick. What did that say? Scribbles? Shifting reality? Geometry bullshit? No.
Ooh, nice office.
Too bad it doesn't help us right now. Ha 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 ha. Not today. Oh. Please give me health. I need something. Nothing. Okay. We're doing this hardcore style. What the? A locker in a locker. Interesting. A locker merged with a locker. It's gotta be some weird symbolism there, but I don't have the time for it. Okay. Everything's set, right? Okay. So I have a feeling we're gonna be dealing with it.
On.
It's kind of weird though. There's not. This should not actually be happening. Is it just a deer head? Deer heads? Deers? Deer head?
Okay, blackrock powder. Need to keep an eye out for more of these.
Don't worry, we got infinite. What are we doing with it? Alright, I knew it. I was afraid. Yep. God, they just take a chunk out of you. They just take a chunk and don't even care. It's like film. Was level 4 film? Are they trying to create? Thank you, game. Okay.
Diana sat in her office. A weak desk light kept the darkness around her at bay. The silence of the archive suited her. She scowled at a series of graphs when the room turned red. Alarms blared. Breach detected. Then the walls of the archives rumbled. A tremor in the bones of the facility. One by one, the red lights went dark as a wave of nothing poured in from all sides. Diana stood, but there was nowhere to run. The sheer depth of the darkness terrified her. She realized they had done this. Her and Jules. Their ambition. Their hatred. Her desk lamp flickered. In the brief moment before it all went dark, she thought of Jules' smile.
Dude, I got taken. They're working together. This is gonna turn into another one, another incident where the third. The third one, essentially. How are you still alive after all that? Come here. It's time to have that conversation now. It's time to resign! Okay. Is this... So I guess that's what this is. The archives. Okay. You must stay away from the paint. But know that if we find health, take it. Yeah. It just feels like we're going around in circles. No! Come on! No! Ugh! Right, game. Now give me a health back, because that's just cheating. Wait, I hear noises. I hear singing. Oh. That we don't know what we're gonna be. Annual threshold study. Progress of the Lake House Directive to understand and suppress the Cauldron Lake's threshold has improved this year. Research in the areas of threshold energy detected and measurements have made great strides, allowing us to work with the investigations department in the construction of the early warning system near the shore of Cauldron Lake, exploring the relationship between the shadow and source of light. Sources of light continue to be difficult without active threshold manifestations to test against. Additional means of containment, offensive measures against the shadow. It's already been difficult to develop without an active AWE though theoretical research continues. Research into the threshold. Research into threshold suppression techniques is ongoing, with no clear determination regarding their viability possible at this time. The team has been testing counter frequency projection in the vicinity of Cauldron Lake per mandate, with all findings being sent to Dr. Darling as requested. In summary, 2017 has been a successful year with further promising breakthroughs predicted in 2018. Signed. Before Dr. Darling was lost in the lockdown of the oldest house, he tasked the lake house with discovering the nature of the shadow and its ability to convert art into reality. During our diligent research into this phenomenon, it has become clear that Darling was not dreaming big enough, which led us to the new goal of the lake house and its talented staff to create a stable connection between the Cauldron Lake threshold and our own dimension. Threshold traversal has only ever been possible inside the oldest house and occasionally during altered world events, though this is often an involuntary process. The shadow's known attraction to art provides us the perfect opportunity to create the world's first controlled bridge between dimensions that can be safely traversed in either direction. A laboratory, a laboratory will be built on sub-level 5 where experimentation related to linking with the threshold will be performed. This location will take full advantage of our proximity to Cauldron Lake. In this laboratory, we will simultaneously develop machinery that can connect with the AWE site in the lake and use art as a focal point to create the bridge. Precise methods are yet to be determined, though teams will soon be formed to explore processes involving art as a dimensional anchor, reality manipulation via art, and machine assisted couplings. It's literally a song about her, about Estevez. It's Overture. On the morning of Redacted, the musician the musician held at the lake house for research purposes was discovered missing from her cell. Security footage of the cell from the night before was damaged by electrical interference of an undermined nature. Redacted, known professionally as Redacted, had produced a song called Six Deep Breaths during her time at the lake house that was considered very promising as research material by Dr. Marmot and Dr. Marmot. Redacted somehow used her song to orchestrate her escape. Efforts to find Redacted were brief, when any wider search considered an unacceptable risk to the Lake's House mandated confidentiality. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether any staff of the Hex were involved in the distribution of Redacted. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether the subject used the song they created as a redacted means of escape. All material related to and work produced by Redacted will be stored in the archive for further reference. Online checks for the public reappearance of Redacted are to be performed weekly. Known web addresses associated with Redacted in the past. Known activity. Wait, what is this? This House of Dreams .blogspot.com M1 Siren Society IO blah with last redacted for the up-to-date full list refers to redacted. Oh, we got this House of Dreams .blog .blogspot .blogspot.com. Oh my God, this is oh my goodness. This is energy different from the previous one. This was not a nightmare. The diver from the photos appeared. No, this isn't. This would be. Yeah, this House of Dreams .blogspot.com says this. Okay, so it says slash question mark n hang on equal what's my equal one. That it? I don't think we have the whole thing. What is the Siren Society? .io www.siren siren yeah siren so yeah I oh there it is, Siren Society. Join the wait list. Siren Society, all rights reserved. Join the wait list. Okay. Your name. Sign up for the wait list. Your phone number. I'm not. It's real. It was made recently, but I don't know what it is. Oh, I think it's. People think it's for Poe. That's the person singing the song. So I guess we're saying Poe is a paranatural entity person. The definition of art. So, to clearly comprehend the threshold within culture and like, we must first understand its attraction to art. However, even the definition of art is as varied as the range of crafts that fall under the name. To that end, we must open a track of research dedicated to defining and quantifying art, ultimately rendering the concept into a unit of measurement. To begin, let's not try to understand humanity's definition of art, rather Cauldron Lake's preferences. Past cases of Cauldron Lake's threshold affected reality have centered on writing. Cinematography is also suspected, but not directly confirmed. Zane, 1970. What about other medium? We will need to test the variability of painting, poetry, music, photography, sculpting, dance, and so on, to the merit of genres or methods within each medium. And what about crafts outside of the most common artistic expression? Does any act of a creation on a high level of expertise merit the title of art? Baking, woodworking, etc. What non physical mediums? Why is music an art and philosophy is not? Does something become art due to its medium, its quality, or perhaps simply through the intent of expression? Or the equation made up of all three. What would be the order of importance? What thresholds must we each factor reach for the equation to succeed? You know what's weird? Throughout this whole place, they didn't talk about. They say music, but it's like you still haven't like brought up like what's his name, the Anderson brothers or anything.
The lake house was underwater. The Marmont's ambitions had finally been realized. Jules had dangled the painting like a lure and hooked an ocean. Their machines couldn't hold it. A fault in the system. The water rushed in, filled it until it was ready to burst. All their successes and failures had led them here. The work had made them into monsters. But the lake house was still theirs. It always would be. They could feel an outsider trespassing in their labs. I know you're here, they called out to the dark. They hunted floor by floor. They wouldn't let the intruders stop their progress. This was their home, their beloved tomb beneath the waves.
Yep. So even after everything that's happened. Password. Are you serious? 685-298? 685-298. Hard work. There it is. Oh, God. We're gonna... Oh, this is gonna be madness. What the heck is happening? Diana, I just received a letter from Dr. Darling about a request you made to bring live subjects. What were you thinking? Do you know how that looks? What did he say? Was it approved? No, he refused. You know protocol does not allow this sort of thing. He says he will be making a trip to the lake house to check in on us soon, like we're our children. It's very bad for our reputation, Diana. Please, if you have an idea like this, come to me first. Abandoned project. Diana, considering the details of the new page we have found, I believe we need to abandon the research into Alan Wake's writing. We must not endanger our staff. Don't pretend like you are worried about them, Jules. You're just looking out for your own ass. The fact that the pages are detailing future events means that they are the correct method. We have learned how to harness their power and dictate events to meet our goals, not Wake's, whatever those may be. The ATDs are producing better and better results. We need to keep doing the work. No, Diana, I'm looking at the page right now. Constant imbalance, out of control, a crack in the lake house. Lake house. If we continue with this research, we will lose our facility. Perhaps more than that. What is the point in succeeding if we are dead? I am the head researcher here, and I forbid you from proceeding. You can't forbid anything. You're not going to keep me from my most important work of my life. If you're too much of a coward to keep pushing ahead, then I'll finish what we set out to do here alone. We have plenty of ongoing lines of research. I suggest you pick one and leave Wake's writing to me. You always needed me more than I needed you. Official complaint. Hello, Dr. Marmon. What is this? Okay, I received your formal complaint about Jules's behavior. Your claim he is meticulously keeping research material away from your team, but he says they have simply been misplaced. I understand you are frustrated, but I recommend giving his team a week or so to find the pages and return them to your team. If this issue persists at that point, then let's discuss your desire to escalate the issue. Does that sound agreeable? Yeah, so that is a thing that was going on. Okay. Yeah. I need to check something. Okay, that works. I can just use that. Story. Oh no. So there is a problem with this this list.
Clock stopped, and another shoe was dropped. What a mess, deep breaths. 6 deep breaths, forget all the rest. Sharp pain, there's something in the way. What next? Sharp pain, deep breaths. 6 deep breaths, forget all the rest. Go, I gotta let go of everything that I
This one's
don't know.
concerning.
Deep breaths, slow, gotta take it slow. 'Cause that's the fastest way that I know. Deep breaths. 6 deep breaths till the pain subsides. 6 deep breaths till I'm fine. 6 deep breaths, swallow all my pride. And trust
This is
me,
gonna be
just
interesting.
like that, I've arrived. I feel like I'm floating on air. I'm
Mm-hmm.
finding roads everywhere.
Okay, so it's not gonna reveal certain things, but we can look at the trophies and be like, what? Oh, 36%. So floor by floor is concerning. And this is concerning. Defeat. Does it want me to use this thing against the whatchamacallit? The Taken? I mean, I don't mind doing that, but it's just a... So this one's a concern. Shape of a Man discovered the fate of Randolph. Oh. Defeat a painted enemy before it leaves the wall. Stun a painted enemy with a flashbang. So, this way now. I could hear her. Somewhat. Back up. So yeah, they want me to find all the files and everything in this place. That's concerning. But it seems the musician managed to get out. Which is good. They have everything shifted back to normal. It looks like it. Yeah, everything's shifted back to normal. Alright, we're going back up for a bit. We need to go back up to the first floor for a minute. I have to do some...
Where'd the elevator go?
Not again. Why do you do this game? Where did you go? You can't keep doing this to me, big game. You can't keep... Success.
Experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit from my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively impeding critical bureau research.
No. Oh,
I mean,
maybe.
if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers or misaligning the receivers or both. It's the same thing in principle. He booked the lab. Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them.
This doesn't look like Lane's style.
All those years, he steals credit from my ideas and my work, and now he's
Or my
scared of being
floor.
plagiarized? Oh, that is really
Is that
fucking
the-
rich, Jules.
Is
and
that
he's
the
reporting-
Hold on. Is that the Oh my god, it is. I was concerned about that achievement, but yeah. Good.
actively impeding critical bureau research.
What the?
I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know,
Shut up!
inverting the amplifiers or misaligning the
I can't
receiver
read
both.
because of the freaking text.
It's the same thing in principle.
Subject, something to get you started. I couldn't stop thinking about this new direction for the house after I got back to New York. I hope
Bastard is hiding them.
pivoting to researching
All those
threshold
years,
redacting
he steals credit from my ideas and my
reality
work,
manipulation
and now he's
effect
scared
wasn't
of
too
being
much of a shock for
plagiarized?
you. It seems like your
That is
work
really
on
fucking
containment
rich,
was
Jules.
stalling, so I decided
Oh, and he's
you could all
reportedly
use a fresh
misplaced
start.
the manuscript
Here's something to
pages
get
I
started.
need for
Some
my work.
drawings made by a certain
Suddenly,
redacted
the
a while
exact
back.
pages that I need to reference have just vanished.
Test for any reaction
actively
they may trigger with the
impeding critical
shadow.
bureau
Still don't
research.
like how unscientific that
I mean, if
name
he
is.
can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers.
Shut
or
up,
misaligning
Diana. I'm trying to
the
read the
receivers or
thing.
both.
You can designate the
same
artist
thing
as
in principle.
P6 in your records. I expect regular updates. Go team. So these are P6. These are Dylan's artwork.
Lab. Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details.
Pull the
anywhere.
light switch cord.
Bastard is hiding them.
Oh
All those
no.
years, he steals credit from my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich,
A light
Jules.
switch cord.
Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages.
Yeah, like I
need
said,
for my
these are-
work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to
I
reference have just vanished.
Don't know if I should actually
He is
pull this
actively
switch.
impeding critical
But
bureau
here we
research.
go.
Quick lesson on light switch cords.
I mean,
If you
he
find
can
one,
do that,
pull it
then
3
what is
Three
stopping me
times.
from going down to that lab?
One.
And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers
Two.
or misaligning the receivers or
Show
both.
me the monster.
The
Or
Ocean View Motel is a dimensional intersection. The doors from the lobby can lead anywhere. But I didn't end up in the lobby this time, which was definitely unusual.
it's changed. Something's changed. Why is it changed? What is this? That's new. That's a symbol. That's a new symbol. We don't know what that is. Where are we? I mean, I know we're in what's we call it? Like, I know we're in the hotel, but where are we truly? It's just like